Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Why Mega Evolve. Now, earlier last week we talked about Mega Azumarill, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Florges. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation of what this series is about. Now, every week we'll be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or want a Mega Evolution 4. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your opinions in the comment section down below about what would you keep, what would you change, and etc. And at the end of every video, I will be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Mega Florges. Now, a couple things. If I don't sound so very energetic, I just woke up and I'm trying to get some recording done. So if I sound a little drowsy or just a little laggy, then it's just because I woke up. And secondly, now the picture that I'm using for a Mega Florges, I know it's not like the preferred design for like a Mega Florges, considering that Florges is still kind of a new Pokemon and there really isn't that many designs for like 6th gen Pokemon for like their Mega Evolution, and Florges was just one of them. But nonetheless, that if Florges does get a Mega Evolution, the design I'm using could possibly work. I mean, just depending on what kind of or what color of Florges you're using will depend on like what kind of color the flower that's on Florges in this picture will turn. So like for instance, if you're using the yellow Florges for a Mega Pokemon, the flower around the Florges in this picture will be yellow instead of red, but you kind of get the gist of it. But besides that, that's all I really wanted to say, so I do apologize if this isn't like the preferred picture for like a Mega Florges. But nonetheless, Florges is known for being like the toxic, stallish kind of Pokemon, or just a stallish Pokemon in general, and I can see this thing getting a Mega Evolution. Now, it's not a Pokemon that actually absolutely needs a Mega Evolution, but regardless, like I've always said in pretty much in every single one of my Why Mega Evolve videos for Pokemon that don't really need a Mega, Game Freak can surprise us, and he will give Pokemon Megas that don't really need a Mega. I mean, heck, we got pretty much all the pseudo legends that have a Mega Evolution that don't really need it, but it is pretty cool. So I can actually see Florges getting a Mega Evolution, because if I'm not mistaken, Florges is probably top tier UU Pokemon to use. So if it does get a Mega Evolution, I can see this thing getting bumped up to OU, so that is also a possibility. Now, if you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything but its physical attack. Now, for its physical attack, I didn't really want to touch it, just because Florges really isn't a physical attacker and never will be, and increasing its physical attack will kind of be pointless. Now, I could have just decreased its physical attack and put its other stats that the points that I decreased from its physical attack into its other stats, but I didn't really want to do that, because if I would have done that, it would have made Florges more OP than it already is. So I just decided to leave it alone. Now, for its special attack, I increased it from base 112 to base 142. Now, like I said, Florges is basically known for being the stallish type of Pokemon, and really doesn't like have any special attack EVs, maybe just a little bit. But with base 142 special attack, you can afford to run a little bit of special attack EVs invested into the Mega Florges. That way, that Moonblast will do a little bit more damage than it would have just as being a regular Florges at base 112 special attack. Because most of the time, the only like offensive move that Florges will actually run is most likely Moonblast, considering that Florges is just pure fairy. So that is also a possibility as well. If you are going to be running like Moonblast will be doing a little bit more damage than it would have. Now, for its physical defense, I increased it from base 68 to base 108. Now, I've actually seen some sets where people actually use like bull Florges with like max HP, max physical defense, and etc. And its defense is actually, I would say, piss poor at base 68. So I want to give it a significant increase into its physical defense as well, just because if you guys want to run like a physical defensive variant of a Mega Florges, then you can. Or if you cannot tell from its special defense, I increased it from base 145 to base 165. You can't actually afford to run like a bold nature max HP, max physical defense Mega Florges, just because the special defense is already sky high as it is, because as a regular Florges is at base 154, if I apologize about that, and it's already known as being just the most stalliest Pokemon out there, and its special defense actually exceeds Gudra's special defense, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Gudra's special defense is at base 150, and it's just 4 points above Gudra. So with the Mega Evolution, I increased it just a tad bit to base 165. I didn't want to like overly increase its special defense, considering that I did want to make this thing like bulky all around, so I did significantly increase its physical defense. So that's partially the reason why it's at base 165. Now for its speed, I increased it from base 75 to base 94. Now you can also like don't put any investments into its speed, just put the rest into its special defense, but I wanted to put a little bit into its speed just so then like it can outspeed just a little bit more of the majority of the Pokemon in the metagame, and that way you can get like your Toxic off, or whatever the case may be of like what move you're going to be stalling with or something like that, just to pretty much just get it off first. So with a little bit in speed investments for Florges at base 94 can actually help that out in the long run. That way you will be able to hit like physical type hits way better than you would have just without like the Toxic or the Will-O-Wisp on, I don't think it's Will, just the Toxic, I'm sorry about that, on your opponent. So that's the only reason why I increased the speed. But if you don't agree with the speed, then I would have put in the rest of the EVs, or not EVs, but the rest of the points into its special defense. But that's just my taste. Now as a regular Florges is base as at 552, and with the Mega Evolution is going to be at 652. Now for its ability, I actually decided to go with Magic Guard. Now the reason why I went with Magic Guard is because that if Mega Florges is going to be a thing in the future, then I wanted to give it an ability where that you can't just Toxic stall it out, or Will-O-Wisp burn, whatever you want to call it, stall it out, just because that with a very like tanky Pokemon like Florges with like base 165 special defense and base 108 physical defense for a Mega Evolution stat, I know that your opponent is probably going to like Toxic stall you out with like a Prankster Pokemon, just keep like use Toxic or Will-O-Wisp with like what's it called, Sableye or something like that, and just Toxic you, burn you, and then just keep recovering until you die. So that's the only reason why I've given it Magic Guard. So then the only way you can kill this thing is pretty much from just actual attacks. So that's the one thing really why I've given it Magic Guard. And there is probably other abilities that you can give Florges, but I think Magic Guard is a better ability, just so then your opponent can't really like stall you out until you die from like burn damage or like Toxic damage or whatever the case may be. And also with Magic Guard, you don't take damage from like Stealth Rock, Spikes, and Toxic Spikes, but on the contrary, you will be poisoned, but that is going to help you kind of in the long run, just so then like if your opponent has like a Sleep Powder or a Spore Pokemon that can't put you to sleep, considering you are Toxic. So Magic Guard can actually help like Mega Florges out in the long run if Game Freak does decide to go with that ability. Now for its typing, I actually added on the Grass type characteristics. Now you're probably wondering, why did I add on the Grass type characteristics when just Pure Fairy was an already amazing typing on Florges? Well, the reason why I actually added on the Grass typing is obviously because of its design. It looks like a plant, and Flabébé and I believe Floette, I can't remember which one's first, but they all are on a flower, and you would expect that to be like part grass, but they weren't. So I wanted to make Mega Florges part grass just because it looks like a plant. Also, it gets access to like Energy Ball and I believe Solar Beam as well. So you will have stab moves for the grass typing that I actually given Mega Florges. So that's pretty much the only reason why I actually added on the grass type characteristics, just because it looks like a grass type Pokemon. Obviously it gets grass type moves, so it actually works out in the long run. So with that, there is Mega Florges. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now the next Pokemon we're going to be talking about is Mega Electivire. Yes, we're going to be going to 4th gen because I've been wanting to talk about Mega Electivire for a while now, and we are finally going to be talking about him. So on Friday we are going to be talking about Mega Electivire. Now I do want to tell you guys that I have been bulk recording, and it is April 10th when I'm recording this Mega Florges video, and it's probably not going to be out until this video is probably not going to be out until like 21st, if I'm not mistaken, if that's the date on the Tuesday. So I am bulk recording because, like I said in my update video before I deleted it, that I'm probably going to be taking a little bit of a break from YouTube just because of family issues and stuff like that. So I am bulk recording so you guys can have videos to watch, and I actually have a lot more Pokemon that I wanted to talk about, and I've just been bulk recording. I actually had a list of 5 Pokemon I wanted to talk about, and the first one I believe was Walrein, and the last one on the list was Electivire. So after Electivire, I will have a little bit more Y Mega Evolved videos just to bulk record and upload. So yeah, so that's all I really wanted to say. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now on Friday, we are going to be talking about Mega Electivire. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.